Hello, everyone, and welcome to Faith God Love Channel. It's another beautiful Sunday, and I am back at it reading the Bible to you. Last time we left off on Haggai, and then today we're going to head on over to Zachariah. If you've been following along, Zechariah in the English Standard Version is on page 793. Okay. All right. I have it all bookmarked here for you. Okay. So Zechariah has one, two, three. Just going to count these up for you. Looks like 14 sections of Zechariah. So I'm going to read a couple of them to you out loud. But for sake of understanding the material, I recommend or suggest that you read the entire section of Zechariah to really grasp what is being said. So if you'd like to follow along with each of the sections I'll be reading, you're more than welcome to, or you're more than welcome to just listen and enjoy your Sunday. So let's begin. All right. I'm just looking for a few sections that I could read off to you. And when I read the headings of each of these sections, what's interesting is that there are many, many visions in this section. Yes, so there's many visions, and then, excuse me. And then some things that are just like, happening during that time. So let's go ahead and let's see. Just one moment. I'm going to look something up right now. Okay, so I did a search on what visions are in some cases. Now, this is only one example from, you know, um, in this case, it's Wikipedia. And when I type in vision, like in parentheses, there's spirituality next to it. Now, again, this is just one of, the definitions. I would recommend looking at, a couple just to get, a good view. So according to Wikipedia, and what a vision is, it's saying a vision is something seen in a dream, trance, or religious ecstasy, especially a supernatural appearance that usually conveys a revelation. Visions generally have more clarity than dreams, but traditionally fewer psychological connotations. Now, if you guys want to explore that in more detail to have a better understanding of visions, you're more than welcome to. But for now, that just gives you a sense or idea. Um, you know, to imagine, or, maybe you have an understanding of these visions. Um, but to move forward, let's go ahead and read the sections in the Bible and see what they have to say. Okay, so I'm just going to start from the very beginning. Section 1 of Zechariah says, a call to return to the Lord. I'm only going to read this small section up until the second title of section 1, and then it leads into section 2. So again, I'm only reading this little section for you right here. Okay. A call to return to the Lord. In the 8th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, the word of the Lord came to prophet Zachariah, the son of Berechiah, son of Iddo, saying, the Lord was very angry with your fathers. Therefore say to them, thus declares the Lord of hosts, return to me, says the Lord of hosts, and I will return to you, says the Lord of hosts. Do not be like your fathers, to whom the former prophets cried out, thus says the Lord of hosts, return from your evil ways and from your evil deeds. But they did not hear or pay attention to me, declares the Lord. Your fathers, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever? But my words and my statutes, which I commanded my servants, the prophets, did they not overtake your fathers? So they repented and said, as the Lord of hosts purposed to deal with us for our ways and deeds, so has he dealt with us. So I'll read the headings of the next section, but I would, try to read those on your own. It says a vision of a horseman, and then a vision of horns and craftsmen was experienced in this section 1. Okay, so the next section I'll read to you is section 5, and it's a vision. So the vision was a vision of a flying scroll. So let's go ahead and find out what that was about. Again, I lifted my eyes and saw, and behold, a flying scroll. And he said to me, what do you see? I answered, I see a flying scroll. Its length is 20 cubits, and its width is 10 cubits. Then he said to me, this is the curse that goes out over the face of the whole land. To everyone who steals shall be cleaned out according to what is on one side, and everyone who swears falsely shall be cleaned out according to what is on the other side. I will send it out, declares the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter the house of the thief, and the house of him who swears falsely by my name, and it shall remain in his house and consume it, both timber and stones. A vision of a woman in a basket is the second vision within section 5. I'm going to go ahead and read that. It says, then the angel who talked with me came forward and said to me, lift your eyes and see what this is that is going out. And I said, what is it? He said, this is the basket that is going out. And he said, this is their iniquity in all the land. And behold, the leaden cover was lifted, and there was a woman sitting in the basket. And he said, this is wickedness. And he thrust her back into the basket and thrust down the laden weight on its opening. Then I lifted my eyes and saw, and behold, 2 women coming forward. The wind was in their wings. They had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the basket between earth and heaven. Then I said to the angel who talked with me, "Where are they taking the basket?" He said to me, "To the land of Shinar, to build a house for it. And when this is prepared, they will set the basket down there on its base." Okay, lastly, I'm going to read section 13 for you. Section 13 does not have a title in front of it right now, so it may, or it is probably connecting with the last, section here of 12, but I'm going to start from 13 and all the way up till 14. So let's begin. On that day, there shall be a fountain opened for the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to cleanse them from sin and uncleanliness, idolatry cut off. And on that day, declares the Lord of hosts, I will cut off the names of the idols from the land, so that they shall be remembered no more. And also I will remove from the land the prophets and the spirit of uncleanliness. And if anyone again prophesies, his father and mother who bore him will say to him, You shall not live, for you speak lies in the name of the Lord. And his father and mother who bore him shall pierce him through when he prophesies. On that day, every prophet will be ashamed of his vision when he prophesies. He will not put on a hairy cloak in order to deceive, but he will say, I am no prophet, I am a worker of the soil, for a man sold me in my youth. And if one asks him, What are these wounds on your back? He will say, The wounds I received in the house of my friends. Within that section, there's a title that says, The Shepherd Struck. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, against the man who stands next to me, declares the Lord of hosts. Strike the shepherd, and the sheep will be scattered. I will turn my hand against the little ones. In the whole land, declares the Lord, 2/3 shall be cut off and perish, and 1/3 shall be left alive. And I will put this third into the fire, and refine them as one refines silver, and test them as gold is tested. They will call upon my name, and I will answer them. I will say, They are my people, and they say, The Lord is my God. All right, everyone, so that concludes the section of Zachariah. Again, I would go ahead and read the entire section, which has 14 sections in here. So stay tuned for next week as we head on over to Malachi. And then if you have a moment today, please check out the About section of this channel. There you'll find a story, a personal story um, about somebody that's going through a difficult time right now. And if there's any way you could share some encouragement or a gift with a donation, you're more than welcome to, and it's appreciated as always. So that concludes this Bible section. I hope you have a great Sunday. Take care.